Hey folks, Quillatine here, and welcome to another board game night, and yes, Battlestar Galactica is back. Is everyone excited?
Oh, was that our cue? Yeah, definitely.
That excitement.
That's your cue to be
We
excited
just
right
can't
now.
contain it.
Yeah. We are here with Shenrir,
Hey.
Marbazir, Avec, and
Hey, everyone.
Briarstone.
Greetings.
Hi everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I should have waited. I
was
should
doing
have
an
said
audio
names
set.
in your time. I'm just so pumped. I want to get started.
I wasn't even recording when Quill announced this, but I'm sure you know what the game is. So yeah, hello.
Well, I gave a countdown and everything. I was super
I was
professional.
muted. I
He
told
muted
you.
us,
I'm
yeah.
going to go and listen to the audio check.
Oh my god.
Quill, so unprofessional.
It's not my fault you
Canadians
weren't
for
ready
him,
to
you
go.
know.
And
I know.
on that lovely tone of cooperation, I think playing Battlestar Galactica is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
who-
game
I
is so
agree.
cooperative.
So who's playing who today?
So we're playing in the order that's down on the right-hand side, and I will be starting things off as Saul Tai. I'm also going to be the Admiral.
Ooh.
Don't trust him already. Don't trust him.
I don't
I,
trust anyone in position of power in this game.
indeed. I, however, shall be playing Lee Apollo Adama, the pilot, or one of the two pilots in this expedition.
I'm not
And
sure I
you will be
trust
starting
Phil
as the
loading up on
CAG.
nukes there.
No, he looks very, very dodgy with those nukes.
He's like,
And I
"Oops,
will be playing
dropped
as
one."
Chief Tyrol, which happens to be the only character here who will get engineering cards.
It's going to be so rough.
So
That's
you
gonna be
guys are
kind of
kind of
interesting.
screwed if I'm going to be the Cylon.
Unless one of us is a silent as well.
just
in which
saying.
case, like, yeah, that's
Woo!
fine.
I'm a position of power.
That's
Helo's
probably not a good
nowhere.
thing, right?
Yep, I'm playing as the political helo, but he can still be a pilot if he wants to.
No, you're playing as the military leader.
I'm sorry, military helo. You know what I meant. Military helo can still be a pilot if he wants to.
But he doesn't want to today.
No, he doesn't want to.
No.
And he starts the game stranded, so you actually just missed turn one completely.
Mhm.
That's okay. You
Oh.
guys won't miss me at all.
No.
Probably not.
One less Cylon around.
Okay.
Initially.
Gonna be the case.
And Briar.
Yes, I'm Laura Rosalind. That is to say, the best political leader ever.
President of the colonies.
Uh-huh.
Now, do note, your terminal illness is going to be a pretty big disadvantage here.
Yeah, but everything else is a pretty big advantage. So I'm okay
She
with
does
it.
have some pretty potent stuff. Yeah, the religious
Oh, yeah.
visions in particular.
Mhm.
Amazing whether a human or a Cylon.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
wow,
I'm a
that's
drunk.
really good.
There's going to be a lot of situations where I'm going to want to do something like, I'm either going to play like 2 skill cards or 0 skill cards.
Right.
Can you use religious visions on Super Crisis?
No, I don't. Well,
no,
maybe.
Okay.
No,
It just
crisis
says
cards are
crisis
different.
cards only, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just checking.
That's unfortunate.
Very specific.
So, I believe, as is... Oh, we'll have to put our tokens on the board. Only Galen has done that. The rest of us will
Way
have to
ahead
do
of
that
you.
in a moment. We'll also have to draw our loyalty cards at this point.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. Where are our tokens,
Dun,
though?
dun, 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 dun.
At this point, I'm going to move my hand off camera so no one gets to see my loyalty.
Oh, should we
Oh.
do that?
No, I did it last time. I like to alternate. So this time, I'm going to have my hand on screen. Because some people prefer it one way and some people prefer it another, so I go
Yeah.
back and forth.
I mean, I trust everyone who's going to be watching this not to do rush off and start telling you guys. So
Oh, they're
I'm
gonna-
I
gonna
don't
put it
have
on
my
screen.
second monitor set up, so
They're
I
going
can't
to
do
accuse
it.
you anyway, even
It
if you
will be
don't
on my
show.
screen.
Well, we're
That's
not
true.
going to publish the videos until we're
No.
done the whole game.
Yep.
I know,
not.
but I was just, trying to build up suspense, which you've just ruined. Thanks, Quill.
I'm terribly
right.
sorry.
So we draw our loyalty cards?
Loyalty.
Yeah. So what
Alright.
you're going to do is you're going to right-click on the loyalty deck. So you go and open the loyalty cards. There's the loyalty deck in the top right corner. It should say cards 10 underneath it. You're
Yep.
going to right-click on it and choose draw to hand.
Yep.
Okay, done.
Done.
The loyalty,
All right.
This is the fun part.
the loyalty
So-
deck.
For the record, there are 2 Cylon cards in there and 8 You Are Not a Cylon cards. Technically, we're playing with the Exodus expansion, and normally you would add in an extra You Are Not a Cylon card in there to help deal with executions and stuff, but we are going to be playing without executions. We
I
don't
love
have the Pegasus
executions.
expansion loaded, so there's no Pegasus ship. And if we happen to draw a Crisis or Quorum card that references executions, just discard it and draw a separate one instead.
Okay.
but murder is so effective.
Yeah, Briar usually plays Kaylee because he wants to just go around and shoot someone.
One shot, one kill.
I'll also point out that Briar, you should draw a quorum card because you're the president.
Oh, right.
And also, by the way, if you guys haven't watched this game before, it's very simple. It's a science fiction game where we are all in a spaceship. The human colonies have all been destroyed. We're all trying to escape a race of killer robots while making our way to a planet called Kobol, which is the end game. If the humans make it there, the humans will win. Now, twist is that in these loyalty cards, 2 of them say that you are a Cylon. A Cylon is one of these evil killer robots. We don't know who is a Cylon, and they're going to try to keep secret as much as possible.
It's Quill.
It is possible.
It is Quill.
Because it is, of course it's me. Because there's a total of 10 cards in that deck, and only 2 of them are Cylon cards, it's possible that no one is a Cylon currently. However, halfway through the game, we will draw the remaining loyalty cards, at which point it is guaranteed that we will have some Cylons. That being said, statistically, there should be at least one already. But whether they choose to make that obvious or not...
You know the best way to tell who's a Cylon? It's usually the person who makes the most jokes about not being a Cylon.
Yeah. Or who says that.
Yeah,
Cylon.
that's what was going through my mind there. It was like,
Yeah, the person who
I
makes
see.
the most jokes about it is what I'm getting at.
How
do I get my tokens?
Haha, I'm so funny, I'm a Cylon.
From the pieces, you select the character in the list, but then you have to drag the image. Don't drag the name, which is always what I do first.
Right, where do we put our tokens? Where does Lee start?
Lee starts... launch and pilot a Viper. Also, I just hit the microphone, so that's great.
So there's already 2 Vipers out. So I put myself
You
in
launch one?
those, or just launch one. Oh, okay, I
Launch
just
a new one.
Can I launch a Super Viper? I like that.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, okay.
Well, the Super Vipers are broken currently.
Oh, that's true. Right.
There's also the Super Raptor, which I thought started in play, but I guess not. Now, you can, anytime you do anything that involves a Viper, you can choose the Super Raptor, and I would believe that would count even now.
Ooh.
Now, Lee doesn't get quite the same value out of it, because Lee's ability is to always be able to teleport into a Viper instantly, but the Super Raptor counts as a Viper in everything, except it's FTL capable, so when we jump, you actually stay in space, which is nice.
Okay.
Yep, you don't
So
have to
it is
take a turn to
literally
launch.
just a normal Viper otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a normal Viper then. If it's not got no other bonuses, I'll leave that for Helios. Right. What are the launch mechanics? Because I didn't play pilot last time. This is
You always have to launch out the bottom.
at the bottom, so I'll just go.
Yeah,
down.
see those little 2 red indicators? That means those are where your Vipers launch from. You can, if you'd like, instead of having your portrait there,
Yeah.
if you right-click on the Viper, you can say Add Pilot, and then it'll put a nice little picture of your dude there.
Ah, right, okay.
Also, what you guys can do with your tokens, you can right-click on your tokens. One of the options is Change Label, and you put a little name above it, just like I've got on mine.
So, add pilot, military, political. Oh no, Apollo. There we are.
There you
Oh,
go.
just
Then
like-
you can just put your cardboard token off board temporarily.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just keeps it a little neater because space is a little wonky.
Yes, space is quite wonky. It is true.
Yep.
Change label. There we go. My label has been suitably changed.
Not a Cylon Chief. Awesome. Yeah, this is very clear. 10 out of 10 for improving that. All right. All you guys picked your skill cards, right? Your 3 starting skill cards?
Yep.
Okay. I have picked my full set of skill cards because it's actually my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
Really?
We are.
Wow, we've only been recording for like 8 minutes and we're ready to start the first turn?
Well, there's always something that gets forgotten.
I don't have my cheerleader
There usually
pom-poms.
is,
Oh, Shane, that's like the most important thing. That's the only reason we like you.
Oh.
That's literally the best part of you.
I like that I can add little mini nukes icons to Quill's little icon there. That's great.
Hold on. Apparently, the deck of destiny had already been built before I hit the button, which is kind of annoying. So what I'm gonna have to do is like bulk discard all of these. Can I do that? Oh my god. And then discard is what? Control D. That's really annoying. Like, why would it build it automatically? Arr.
The map is
What is the map
having
doing?
seizure.
It's
It's
jumping
having
back and
seizure.
forth.
Is the map moving for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
having a
scrolling
seizure.
because I'm grabbing something from the top of it.
it's going to
So
that blue target.
I don't. What is it doing?
Oh,
Precious.
weird.
There we go.
All right, rebuild
better.
this. There.
We have so many people screaming on the screen right now.
Oh, really? Someone's added a Cylon thing to me. Who
To
the
me
dickens-
too, apparently. They labeled me.
What?
I'm
Oh, I see.
labeled.
Except it didn't actually
Can't
build.
label me. I deny your labeling. I'm not an object.
I reject your reality and insert my own. Or
This-
assert. Is it
This
insert?
build
assert?
Destiny deck clearly isn't working.
What do we need to do with it?
Well, I'll just build it manually when we get a skill crisis, because
Okay.
that's kind of derptastic.
Yay.
Okay. Put in game, move discard. Yeah. All right.
Typical
So
game, Battlestar, everyone.
it's a new version of the Vassal module, so a couple of things are different. So how do we want to start off with? We've got a Battlestar in front of us. We've got 3 Cylon Raiders in front. We've got 2 civilian ships in the back. We've got 3 Vipers below, and actually Apollo goes next. Normally, I would be all in favor of just nuking the front square, like as a first action, because honestly, when there's a base star around, you want it gone. And if we get lucky in the roll, it could take out everything. But with Apollo going second, I'm not as concerned by the threat.
Yeah.
We could save the nuke. I could just go to weapon control and try to shoot at the base star. I mean, that usually takes 3 hits to kill it, so it's not necessarily action efficient.
I don't think we should waste the nuke just yet. I mean,
Okay,
how
what do you
likely
think?
it is that we'll get 2 base stars on one
Is that
kind
a
of space
Cylon
in the
trying to
future?
protect
Yeah,
his
these sound like
king?
2 Cylons to me. We're not gonna nuke the base star. You're right.
Well, here's what I'm thinking instead, actually. I think this might be a better way to handle this. I, as, our wise admiral and leader, am going to give an executive order.
Wise Admiral, let's nuke all the things.
He doesn't have any lips. I don't trust him.
Kind of true. I'm going to executive order
That does
Apollo.
look like some sort of, error in manufacturing. Came off the conveyor belt. Oh, this one's got lips. Don't worry, the stupid humans won't notice. Out the door.
The
Got
larger
a
your
schedule to
looks,
keep.
The more honest
Okay.
you look.
I want our CAG, Apollo, to go and single-handedly take on all the Cylons right now. Chop, chop. Go, go.
Single-handedly. Well,
Yep.
I suppose so. I mean, I am
Using one hand.
titled awesome. So, yeah, one-handed. I'm out here.
Now,
I mean, it's
I
really
will
hard.
point out.
Because your other hand is busy.
So what executive orders do, you can instantly take a move and an action, or just 2 actions in a row. One of the things you should do, Apollo, or whoever becomes the CAG, is your first action should always be to use your CAG action, which is once per turn. So your action is, if you're piloting a Viper, you can activate an unmanned Viper and then take another action. So it's
Action
effectively
is
something
once per
free.
Game.
What? No, it's not once per game. It's once per
That's
turn.
what it says. Hover over my card.
No,
CAG
not
action.
your card. The CAG
Not your card.
The
The
CAG
CAG
card.
ability.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at that CAG action for the Apollo, and then I basically
Oh,
Gotcha.
discarded it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. The card.
Okay,
yeah, that's confusing because his card was printed before the CAG title card was
Right.
printed. It's coming for an
Okay.
expansion. Yes, your once per game is amazing. It's worth noting that everything that says something like activate up to 6 unmanned Vipers, you can actually activate the same Viper more than once. And launching a Viper is also activating. So technically you can go, I launch a Viper, move it, shoot, shoot. That's totally valid.
Okay.
Or you could literally do things with 6 different Vipers if you want.
There's a lot of bullets in that.
So
By the way, his card says that he has to discard cards randomly. Can you even do that with this interface?
You can pile them together and then shuffle them.
Yeah, I guess.
Or what I do is we usually trust people and we just roll the die.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's
Oh, yeah.
like, okay, so I'm going to
Right.
discard the
So,
7th from the
I
left or
can
whatever.
activate an unarmed Viper. So that means I can move it or take an action with it. Is that right?
not an
That is
unarmed
correct.
Viper. Trust me, they have
And
weapons.
unmanned.
Unmanned, sorry. Unarmed, yeah. So I can
Just
move this
ram into
Viper
the
to
silence.
front. And then that's my CAG action gone, is it?
That's
Okay.
your, yes. And that gives you another action. So you still have 2 actions right now.
Okay. So I'm going to move in there as well.
And pew pew.
The other thing that is worth thinking about, I think this is the right move you're doing now, but just to point out, you could have moved the Viper from the other section to cover the civilian ships. On the
That
off
did-
chance that something spawned in over there, they would target the Viper before the civilian ships. In addition to that, whenever you can activate a Viper, manned or unmanned, in an area of civilian ships to escort the civilian ship off the board. But I
It
think
did
you're doing the
occur
right
to
thing
me
right now.
That I could move one back, but I want to try and wipe these out because they have to take time to get over there, don't they? And they have to deal with me before they start moving.
Right.
Because the
Absolutely.
Cylons have like a very basic kind of AI or rule set to follow each turn
But
because no
as-
one's actually piloting them.
As Quill said, we could have someone who spawns some Cylon ships over there where the civilians are.
Now, it is relatively unlikely because we are playing with the Cylon fleet board, so we don't have the random Cylon attacks, although there are still a couple of things that can cause some Cylon ships to appear where you don't expect it.
Okay.
Right, now then, attacking. I have one thing. I'm going to attack with the Viper that I'm in at the moment. How does
Absolutely.
that go?
You
Roll a
roll the
D8.
8-sided die,
Okay. I got a 4.
and to destroy a raider only takes a 3 through 8. So
Okay,
4 destroys a raider outright.
Destroyed. Bonk.
Boom.
Fantastic. And that's my turn gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the end of the
that's
executive orders.
order. Yeah, so that's your turn gone.
Yeah, so I'm going to discard this, and now it's time for a crisis.
Crisis.
So we got that, and I will draw it to the current crisis pile. Guilty conscience.
Ooh.
So it's a skill check right away. Yellow, which is politics, and green, which is leaderships, are good for this. Everything else is bad. It's only difficulty 7, which isn't bad, but only having 2 skill cards does suck. But we do have a lot of politics and leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
We're
should be
safe
easy,
for
you know.
this.
Pass, no effect,
The pass
fail.
and fail are so. They're no big deal. Doesn't matter.
I have to say, you're right, because are we going to use more than 3 cards to pass this? Well,
Probably.
or thereabouts, especially
we
with the Deck of Destiny.
Well, I mean, it's purely up to you if you mind discarding 3 random cards or not.
Well,
It's 3 random cards, so if you have like one very rare, powerful card that you want to hang on to, you might not want to discard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one that would be nice to keep, but I don't think it's worth the expense of cards from us. And in fact, it's one I would have to add to the skill check if I want to help pass it. So I think either way it would get consumed. So I'm going to suggest that none of
Right.
us put any cards in. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I
no,
will
that's
take this
fine.
moment to construct the Deck of Destiny, though,
Yeah,
manually,
this looks
because
good.
apparently that wasn't working. 2, because
So
we'll
we
still
just
have to
played it
grab
on
2 from
purpose.
there.
Not on
Yeah.
purpose. We tell everyone we tried really hard. We're very sorry, but they all.
I think
have
that
to die.
Cylon over there is trying to make us feel guilty for making a tactically sound decision.
So technically, we would go one at a time at this point, and everyone will get a chance to put stuff in. Maybe someone has a skill check card. There's some cards that if you put it in your deck, will do, will have some effect on processing. Let me see. I don't think there's a good reason for me to use that. Spoiler alert, I have one. So yeah, I guess we're not putting anything in.
Nope.
So, oh, we actually do get a skill check. 2 skill checks. One is discard all 5 and 6 strength cards from the skill check. There are none. And the other is install upgrades. If this skill check passes, the current player draws 2 engineering. If it fails, he draws 1 engineering. Okay,
Wow.
well, it's going to fail, obviously, but I still get to draw an engineering card.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
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 I think I'm going to draw that before the fail triggers.
Okay.
How,
I don't
how
know
can
if
you
it
draw it
matters.
before the fail triggers because this card depends on whether it fails or succeeds.
I guess you're right. I mean, we resolve it, and it's in a resolve. It's a failed state. I guess it's 6 and 1/2 doesn't either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll to see which card I keep. I've got 4 cards, so I'll just 1 and 2, 3 and 4, etc.
Okay.
So the last card in my set is the one I'm going to keep. So I will be discarding that and that. So it's the declare emergency that would have been nice to keep,
That's unfortunate.
and I will draw an engineering card. Ugh. Ugh.
That's a good sign.
I mean, what a great card to draw.
Yay!
Discard this card. Then what we do is we look at the bottom left of the crisis card. It says to activate heavy raiders. There are none on the board, which means a heavy raider launches from the base star. That's very bad. It will progress down to one of our docking bays and try to board us, ignoring all
These
ships on
guys
the
are
way.
like one of the easiest ways to lose for humans.
Yeah, because they're very hard to kill. You need a 7 or an 8 on a D8 to kill them.
Ooh,
Very
you
difficult.
could nuke it now. Sorry, just joking.
Well, if someone XO'd, I would try
I'm-
nuking.
Isn't it also pretty hard to nuke them?
Yes.
Just want to I'm there.
You'll be fine.
Was someone
It'll
talking?
buff out.
I didn't hear anyone talking.
It'll
Turns
buff out.
out you're
It's
really
Bloody
tough.
Cylon trying to get me killed. I'm
You'd
like the
actually
best
survive
chance
being
you got.
nuked. I don't know how
Right
that works.
there on the
Probably
edge,
because you're a
it's
robot.
fine.
Look, 60
I
ain't that
just-
bad.
I just put on some dramatic music, hit the thrust of the full, and I just outrun the nuke. It's fine. The radiation can't catch up with me. I'm too awesome.
Everything is fine.
Yep.
Nothing falls out in space.
Adama, it is your turn.
Okay. Right.
Draw your cards first.
Right. I've got to draw my cards first, do I?
Yep.
At the start of the turn, so I draw. How many? 3 cards is it?
Right.
Each turn. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. I will draw.
Without passing the limit directed on your card.
Which is 10, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Right, now to check my new cards. I wish it would stop putting the cards so far off the screen. Right, okay, let me just have a quick look at these.
Anything nice?
There's some things that could go either way, really. Like it would be luck if it was useful. Unfortunately, you know? It's like, I don't know if this is going to be useful until I use it, and at which point it could potentially be bad, depending on how luck goes. It's like, thanks, that's
Wait,
a
shouldn't
great
you draw
card.
more than 3 cards, or do I remember that wrong?
Yeah, you draw all your cards.
Yeah, where it
Yeah,
says
you should draw more
1,
than
2,
3.
2.
Oh, right. So I get 5 then. So, okay.
You just pick whether you want to draw leadership or politics.
Right.
I think we can get 1 each also, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
there we
put your
go.
card in the right place. Sorry, I moved it accidentally and I was trying to put it back. There we are. And nothing was working. Yeah, so you're drawing a total of 5 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's not
It's
too bad.
only at the start of the game when we have that weird
Right,
draw 3
yeah.
mechanic.
Now, with regards to playing cards, can I just play cards and then take my actions? Like,
Well, the cards
forget
usually
what
say
they
they are an action.
It kind of depends on
Oh,
the card.
right. Because some of them will say action, some will say skill check, things like that.
Yeah.
And some
There's
will say
one
play
type of
after
card-
a certain thing. Right.
Yeah, there's one type of card that I believe will be in this set that actually says movement. So you play that card instead of moving.
Right. Okay. Right. And my action turn is literally 1 movement, 1 action. Is that right? Like I can activate my Viper to attack and move, or is it?
That's right.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm just going to attack straight up. So, do I have to declare what I'm shooting at?
Yeah.
Sorta, yeah. You got to say like you're shooting at a raider.
Are you gonna use your CAG ability to once per turn?
Let's pick
move
the
those?
most convenient target based on the roll.
Oh yeah.
I
good
rolled
point,
an 8.
actually.
Oh, that means I was shooting at the base star.
Hey,
Obviously.
I like this logic. This logic is very good.
We'll shoot first and then decide what we were aiming at.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my CAG ability to use the Raider next. The Viper next to me to shoot at a Raider. Got a 6,
That's
that's
a
1
kill.
down. Then I'm going to shoot at a Raider.
That's a kill.
Should have shot at the bloody
Nice.
advanced one. Now, what do I need to do to damage the base star, and what do I need to do to damage the heavy Raider? How much do I need to roll for him?
You need a 7 or 8 to damage the heavy. You need an 8 to damage the base star.
That's a nasty roll.
Good job
but okay.
wasting a night.
I know. Going for the heavy Raider.
How many attacks are you getting?
Pretty
You
sure
fumble
you're
and
dead.
shoot yourself.
You're
it
dead.
shoots back.
Sorry, why are you getting 3 attacks?
Because I used my CAG ability once per turn to activate the other Viper that was next to me.
Right.
I used that to attack one of the Raiders. Then I attacked a Raider.
And where's the third coming from?
Oh, right. The CAG ability is used as an action, is it? Yes, of course it is. Yeah, it says the action. Never mind. It was a 1, so it didn't do any damage anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I always worry about this. When you're a pilot, I don't think you just get 2 actions. I think you still just get a move and an action. You can just happen to also use an action to move. So yeah, I think you got to use your CAG ability to trigger the unmanned, and then you get to attack on your own, and then that's it. So 2 attacks.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'll get used to it again. It's been ages since we last played.
There is a great piloting card, though, that is an action to use, but gives you 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Called maximum
Oh
firepower.
yeah, I remember that one.
I love
That
it.
one and the evasive actions or evasive maneuvers are fantastic.
Okay. So just for clarity in the future, I've got a move and an action, but I can use my movement as an action. So effectively, I can shoot twice or use my CAG ability and then do something myself. Correct?
No. What did you say? You can't shoot twice.
Okay.
What you say?
You can move, and then you can take an action. It so happens that one of the actions you can take is to use your CAG ability to activate another Viper, and then still get an action on your own.
No, but see, Quill, he wants to shoot twice. Just say it's
Right.
okay.
Okay. I get it now. Okay. Sorry for the tip. Right. Okay. That's that done. So now I draw a crisis card. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
And where's the deck from which I draw that?
It's under cards
in
at the top of the
Cards
screen.
crisis.
God.
Sorry, I'm just double
Crisis.
checking all the piloting stuff to make sure that there is no way for you to shoot twice.
Alas.
It's great when you get XO'd, though. If you're in the right space area and you get executive orders, then you get 2 actual actions, which is great because then you can just shoot twice.
I'm sure someone is going to yell about it in the comments.
No,
yeah.
no, that would
I
never
probably
happen.
just messed that up totally, and I took 2 actions when I wasn't meant to, whatever. But
Now, what you did
Right.
do was correct.
Yes, it is correct.
okay,
Yeah,
so
I
I
just
used my
verified.
CAG ability, and then I shot at something. So
you go.
effectively, because the Viper was with me in the same tile, I could attack 2 things in that tile. Okay,
That's
I
right.
remember that. Okay, so
Yeah, you personally are only going to get shoot once, but the other thing gets to shoot as well. So that's great.
Okay. So, with the crisis cards, I just say draw to hand, then drag it down to the current crisis. Is that right?
You can, or
can
you can
just
just
drag
drag
it
the
into the
current
board.
crisis.
Just
I can
plop
just
it on
drag
the
it
board.
onto the board. Bump.
Yeah, some people get to draw 2 crisis cards and pick one, and then becomes
Ah,
a
right.
right.
We better pass this.
Prison
Yeah.
labor, pass no effect. Fail, -1 morale and 1 fool. That's actually pretty bad. But we can. The only things we can't use are piloting and engineering, which
Well,
That's not too
engineering.
bad.
shouldn't
It's
be a
okay. We don't have
problem.
any engineering.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
very
I
little
do have
piloting.
engineering, which makes me pretty useless for this one.
Well,
I didn't get to draw my cards yet. I still have just the 3 from the start of the game. It's not my turn yet.
but and you picked up a couple engineering cards, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: if you trust me, and you want the check to succeed, go ahead and put your engineering cards in there. Can't see
I
anything
don't
else.
think I want to know that. I
Oh
do
wait,
have
no,
one
I'm wrong.
politics card.
Hold on. I'm wrong. I'm thinking of another one, another thingy. Ignore that. Do not play engineering cards.
Oh, I see how it's going.
Shit.
No. What it
This
is,
guy's-
is that
It's not my
Cylon.
turn to put
What's the
cards
world
in it.
coming to when you can't trust a Canadian?
Yeah. There's a card you can play before people put in cards that makes all engineering cards be positive.
Oh, okay.
I do not have that one. Or at
Well,
least
I
I'm not
can
playing
still
that
help
one.
a bit. Engineering
Did
cards
did
aren't
anyone
all the
else
cards I got.
notice what just happened there? Quill basically tried us to fail this.
Yeah. It's-
Was I
no,
noticed
no.
it?
Quill is very Canadian, which means he is very sorry.
I am. And
But
when
this will
I'm
be
a
easy to
Cylon,
pass. I mean-
you'll all be sorry.
I like that Toronto has a law specifically stating that you cannot be convicted of a crime for apologizing for something.
That's right. Apologize for something is not an admittance of guilt. Because
That's
Canada.
amazing.
Okay, so the first person to put in cards will actually be the chief.
Okay.
If he so
It
chooses.
should be pretty easy. I mean, yellow and green are the 2 most common cards we got.
True.
Yep.
I will say this: I can basically not help at all, though, as a result of having discarded many things.
I can help a little bit.
I can help a little bit.
All right, I'm confident we can do this then.
Yeah, it's worth trying.
Okay.
I can help a whole lot.
There you go, Laura.
It will come down
the
to
spirit.
Destiny deck.
Wait, should I
I
call
didn't
you
say I
Laura
was
or
going
Briar?
to. I said I could.
Call her president.
Oh, sorry. Madam
Wow.
President Briarstone.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Chief. Put your cards in.
Okay, I'm going to put in 1 card. So hold on. Move to skill check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There.
that ensures it
yes.
gets put
Just one.
face down and doesn't spoil anything in the log.
Correct.
Hilo.
Okay, I got one to put in as well. Done.
It's also helpful if you guys say if it's helping a lot or a little. You can't be specific with numbers, but you can sort of
I'd
hint.
say mine helps moderate amount.
Okay.
So hold on. Quill didn't add any cards, right?
No, I'm going to be last. Well, no, I'm not last. Actually, Apollo's last. It goes Chief,
Oh,
then
yeah,
Hilo.
yeah.
Now it's Laura Roslin,
Right,
now
right.
President.
I
I'm
got the order.
helping by a large amount.
Wouldn't surprise me since
She's
they
got
are your
that political
colors.
sway.
No, like political swag.
Just one color, or one card, but it's very helpful.
Now I want to
Yes,
see.
it's very helpful.
Now I want to
Briar?
see in one of the
Yeah, no,
debates
it's just the one
next
card.
year.
Okay.
It's one card, but it's very helpful.
Mine is very, very moderately helpful and might be something that we'd want to play.
Well,
Do you think that a very tiny helpful card would be a good thing to put in, or should I just skip it? I think I'm going to skip it.
I would skip it.
You know why? I'm going to skip it because I don't want to get accused of like being a goddamn Cylon if someone's spiking, so I'm skipping.
This will come down to the Destiny deck.
Maybe a little bit.
How
Apollo,
many
are you
cards do we
contributing
have in
anything?
there? Just,
Yeah,
three were added.
I've got.
the 5 already includes the Destiny cards, right?
That's right.
Yes.
So 3 people added 1 card each.
Yeah, so this will literally be decided by the Destiny cards.
Are you not putting anything in?
I can put
Apollo?
in something that'll do a moderate amount, and I can shore it up with something that'll do a minimum amount if we're uncertain of which way this is going to go. Because I mean, this would be a good one to spike if someone was a Cylon.
I
So
think
I'm
a moderate
kind of,
amount
Short
is
up a
fine.
little.
kind of,
Short up a little.
yeah, I'm kind of concerned about. someone
It's so
being able to
early,
take
a
lose
Cylon
I
amount.
would just
is
like
probably-
to point out Avak's wording. He said, I can put in something that will do a moderate amount, but he didn't say positive or negative.
That's true. What I was gonna say though, it's so early. It seems unlikely that a Cylon might stick their neck out to spike
Yeah.
too hard.
Give us some,
But I am mostly worried about the Deck of Destiny. So
Avax
I
started
think putting
off-
in a little would be good because
Move
it is a
to
really bad
skill
one to
check?
fail.
Is that right?
Yes, move the skill check.
I'm gonna
Avax started
move-
off by calling his friendly fighters, he called them unarmed.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't trust everything he says as being what he meant to say.
All right. Avac threw in 2.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and count the thing up.
Okay.
Let's
All
do
right. So we've got wow, strategic
Nice.
planning worth 5.
Nice.
That is a
That's
very
good.
powerful card to play, but it's also, a powerful card to play. That is we're
Nice.
at plus
Okay, we
8
got
right
this.
now.
We
We are
got
at
this.
plus
We got
11.
it. We got it.
Oh my
Easy.
god, who's putting out
Holy.
all these 5s?
Yeah, we
Wow.
got
I'm
it.
pretty sure
This is
the
actually
deck
a
of
waste.
Destiny was helping us as well.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So
Well,
so yeah, we're at 16.
3 more cards still, yeah?
No, there's
21 guys.
Yeah.
we have to look at the rest of it.
Not a single negative card. Oh, what's that?
That is treachery. So that came from the Deck of Destiny. So one of these
Yeah,
came from the
it had
Deck of
to.
Destiny. But no, this is actually the number one thing that causes humans to fail at this game is dramatically overkilling skill checks.
Right.
Yep.
So like someone said, they're helping moderately. I'm assuming that might be around a 3. And then bunch of people put in some freaking 5s. At least 2 people put in 5s. That's got to be really clear because that is an excessive
All right,
amount of
but you
overkill.
have to consider the possibility that out of the 5 cards in the skill check, 2 of them were Destiny, and
Right.
it was possible for these 2 to be negative.
Right, but do you
It is
Then we will
possible.
just barely pass this.
But did you remember hearing that Avax said, I got something that can do a moderate amount, and then it's something that can do a minimum amount if we needed to shore it up? And Quill's like, yeah, shore it up, shore it up. Avac put in like 8 points.
Yeah, that was a little overkill. But shoring up, I meant like
I'm
throwing
just
another
saying
3.
that we got lucky here because the Destiny deck didn't have, well, it had 1 negative card, the Treachery.
Yeah, true.
It would have been unlikely for the Destiny deck to have 2 very large, both negative cards.
I guess.
Statistically unlikely.
Here's what I like to think about. And what I like to think about is the fact that everybody was so willing to help that nobody is a Cylon right now.
Well, maybe. Or they're, just hiding it. It's the first freaking skill check of the game.
know.
And speaking of which, we got to get a move on. So, Draeda's contact does trigger, which puts 2 Raiders in front of Galactica. Hey, didn't those just get destroyed?
Yep.
Or did Apollo just pretend they were destroyed?
He said, pew, 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 fire the lasers, but he wasn't firing his lasers.
I was totally firing those lasers, man. I put my heart and
Okay.
soul into those laser fires.
We clearly pass, which has no effect. And we don't get a jump prep, which sucks, but it does activate the Raiders. So the 2 Raiders in the front are going to fire. And who's the active player? Apollo. So Apollo technically gets to choose their target. Are they shooting for you, or are they shooting for the unmanned one? If you have evasive maneuvers, it's actually usually much better for them to be firing at you, because evasive maneuvers is very good when there's a player, when it's a manned Viper. But otherwise, you probably want to have it shooting at the other one. So it's up
Well-
to you, though. You get to roll, and you get to.
Well,
pick
my
who's
little
gonna have to play.
unmanned AI-controlled ship. You're not a bad AI, so I'm gonna take the blows to myself. So I
I have a
right.
chin like a man.
I know.
So manly.
You're looking to roll 4 or less, ideally.
No.
That is a
But-
damaged.
Off you go to Sigbay.
Bye-bye.
Do you have evasive maneuvers, anyone?
Boom.
Yay! So you
Alright.
force a reroll, and it'll give a -2 to that roll. So now you want a 6 or less.
You
So that's a 5. So your ship is still
How
damaged.
many times can I do this?
You can do it again. There's no reason you can't play another evasive maneuver.
Aha!
Hey!
In before you roll 8.
There you go. So the first guy missed. Now you have to roll for the second guy.
Let's do it. Dodge left. But he was predicting my human fleshy preference for left, so I had to dodge right suddenly. Oh, these bloody predictive silence. Oh, you
Oh, destroyed!
I told you.
Destroyed!
no.
Oh my
Actually-
god. Hey! Holy crap, that took a lot of
Can you
courage.
imagine?
Clearly something wrong with that dice.
Can you imagine being in one of those raiders, be like, I got him, I got him. Wait, what? And then it happens 3 more times. No, I totally hit him. You didn't.
This
Oh,
time I really caught him.
I got him. I totally did. No.
The other side is like, are you a human sympathizer?
Okay, so we can discard these 3. You are still there. That's the end of that turn, and it is also the end of this video. We're going to start the next one with Chief's turn.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
Did
Thanks for
anyone
watching.
notice that that Apollo has the Cylon name on him? Yeah, it's true. It's a fact.
Yeah, but most of us have that Cylon name on us, including
I was
not
gonna
a
say,
Cylon.
pretty much almost all of us. Or someone was just being really lazy. Whoever was doing that. Oh, that was funny. Oh man, I know I bent 3 cards. Sorry about that, but it was just like, no, I refuse this reality. Fuck off.
All right, thanks for watching, folks.
Yep. See you
See you
next
next
time.
time.
Bye-bye.